Hey everyone, Waddler-D here. We're back for more Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. I'm playing it on the Wii U, but that's the only way it's gonna stop from bricking. Unfortunately, this is going to be a post-commentary video. If you want to check out the live commentary video, I will have a link to it in the description, but I just didn't like the quality of it. And we need to talk about the Warp Whistle, because I have two of them sitting in my inventory. The way the Warp Whistle works in this nice wavy transition is that if you use it in World 1, it will take you to the top row of pipes. Worlds 2 through 4, the second row. And anything after that, straight to World 8. Good concept. Unfortunately, that means I still have to do World 3, and World 3 is Waterland, one of my least favorite worlds in the game, for one thing only. I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. Yes, I'm going to need Luigi's lives real quick, because swimming is going to become the agenda, and swimming in Super Mario Bros. 3 kind of sucks. As you can see, Mario's moving pretty much like he's in molasses, and the music does not set the mood straight either. It's just like, Mario, get the damn box, please. The reason why swimming sucks is simply this. It's slow, it's agonizing. Sure, you can jump out of the water to get a little bit more speed, but then you just have to deal with the physics engine kicking in and slowing you down. Not to mention you have some of the more annoying enemies in the game, like the blooper. That thing has been annoying since the first game, and it still awkwardly stalks you through the area. But a new enemy to consider is this thing. I think its name's the Flower Lotus, but if it's not, let me know and let everybody else know that I'm stupidly remembering these names. But this thing is basically a freaking mess of projectiles, and it likes to slow down your game a little bit, not to mention the horrible truth. Mario says this, but then he realized he can't kill the damn thing because it's immune to fireballs. One of the only ways to defend yourself underwater. Because you want to know something stupid? Your raccoon tail does not have the ability to torque enough whip to it to kill an enemy, because you just can't spin underwater. It's kind of stupid, but oh god, now they're breeding. Yeah, there's also blooper with kids. Absolutely frightening. If there's one was bad enough, now you have 1 plus 4, and that's kind of the worst kind of equation that you could see in this underwater section. I am not going down there. That is just too dangerous for me, having to deal with projectiles and music blocks. But once you get familiar with the water controls and how much they suck, just get the heck out of here and don't look back. One thing I do like is when Mario exits a pipe after going through a horrific water section, he basically knocks off the water off his nice denim overalls, and it's just like, you know what, I'm just brushing myself away at this god-awful level design. I mean, granted, it's not bad, but no one really likes swimming, especially when you get acquainted with the above-water sessions. And Luigi, yeah, that's what I gotta warn y'all about. This level can kill you real damn quickly if you're not careful, just like it did with me. And the reason being is that the Cheeps are probably one of the most annoying enemies in Mario history, and it's because of their acrobatics, like the fact that they will gladly hop out of the water to cause your life misery, even though you're not stuck in it. But if you happen to get stuck in water here, or do this, I don't know what I was thinking, but here we are, stuck on a freaking question mark block. That's the biggest question right there. But once you get into the situation where you have to dolphin across the stage, you are in trouble, because you have to deal with Cheeps jumping either with small or large hops, or you have a Cheep stalking you like right now. Yeah, he's just making sure to bite you in the freaking toes, because... And yeah, if you happen to fall off either of these platforms, you are in for a world of hurt. I really would love to get up there, but unfortunately, that was close. But just count your blessing. Can I get a break here, game? Jesus. Yeah, count your blessings if you're in this spot, and just get the hell out of here. I just don't like this level. Don't jump off the damn platform. Stay on them for as long as you can. Do not get tempted by question mark blocks for just one pity coin. It's not worth it. Oh, nice, Luigi. You might need that after taking that big-ass lump on the head earlier. One thing I have to discuss about Super Mario Bros. 3, and one of the things I love so much about it compared to the newer Mario games, where the hell are these mini-games where you can just take a chill from all the high-intensity platforming, or just the god-awful water stages? I really do not want to deal with freaking World 3 as a whole, but gotta discuss it. Another thing we have to consider here, Luigi, what are you doing, buddy? Are you actually thinking about your bro? Oh my god, Luigi has a conscience. But now we have to deal with one of the most frightening... Oh my god, already. Yeah, this incredibly dangerous enemy. This enemy is the only enemy in the entire game that will end your life in one gulp. Yeah, that big gaping maw is a black hole. If you know about Atomos from Final Fantasy V, it is exactly the same. Oh, that definitely happened. Yeah, instant death. And I find it funny how Luigi is still able to talk after being devoured by a fish completely. I kind of wish they did the same thing that they did with Donkey Kong Country Returns, where it's like, hey, Donkey Kong is actually sounding like he's melting in lava. It's horrible, but it's there. But now we're going to see how Mario handles this. And Mario, what are you doing? No, do not. No, Mario, please do not, for the love of God. Okay, Mario's going to learn the horrific fate of using Frog Suit on land. Sure, this level has water in it, and sure, Frog Suit is absolutely incredible underwater, because it actually makes you move. But the problem here is that Mario's mobility on land is kind of trash, and if you don't have any room to maneuver underwater, you're kind of dead on that stage. Stupid idea. So don't use a Frog Suit under any conditions unless you know this water level you're going into is 90% water, because that's when the Frog Suit just shines like gold. But here, you really want to just stick to this Fire Flower, because it kills this thing in one hit, thank the living God. And more to the point, you have some ammunition, but you also have some problems, like this stupid spinning platform. Really be careful about it. Do not stand on it for more than a second, otherwise you're just gonna get like flippered across the lake and probably into the water. Oh, and these cheap bastards are coming into the picture too. Jeez, can you and your family leave me alone, Boss Bass? Like, you do not have to raise a family of jumping douchebags to try to kill me in all sorts of ways. Thank God this level was short. Otherwise, conniptions. Absolute conniptions. Luigi, are you gonna get a star for me? Yeah, hell yeah. Thank goodness, because we're probably gonna need it considering how many lives I've lost just in the first 8 minutes of this video. I mean, granted, it's not that many, but yeah. I wish I had a save state right now, but let's kind of take a skip along because my controller was kind of acting up here. So let's... Ah, crap. We don't have anything to work with here, so I guess we're going to have to go into this place, Cold Stone Small Mario. And this first fortress of World 3 is where you get acquainted with one of the things that probably I wish did not come to fruition. Trial and error doors. Thankfully, this doesn't lead you into a pit of lava, but a flooded basement. And the reason why I do not like this level is because the game wants you to waste your time trying to figure out the correct door. And also waste your time trying to grab these mushrooms in horrific water physics. But I gotta give Mario credit. He can certainly jump, but he is not a swimmer. Thankfully, they give you 2 mushroom blocks. If you happen to have a mushroom when you hit that one. Hello, flower, or not flower, leaf, I should say. These pipes will take you back to the first room right at the beginning of the line of doors. But the door you really want to care about here is not the first 5 doors. Though there might be a door you might consider, but the door you should really care about if you want to beat this level pronto is door number 6. Because it'll take you to this nice little ledge, and then you can go to the second floor of this wonderful establishment, running away from all this plumber problems. And then you meet Boom Boom. He's not happy that Mari didn't do a good enough job cleaning up the basement like he was supposed to, but oh my god, he can fly. Boom Boom now has evolved into a flying douchebag, and he completely is a little unpredictable here. So what I recommend doing is to not give him a chance to kill you, just like he did with me. You know, I was trying to be a nice guy for Boom Boom. He gets picked on regularly, but look what happened. I basically end up suffering and now have to drag Luigi to this place. The thing that makes me upset about this level is the missed opportunities. You have these pillars surrounding these doors. You could have done something, Nintendo, where you could have done something where you could potentially find the right door the first time without having to guess and just try out stuff. Make sure you get it. Also, if you go into this particular room, you'll end up in Boom Boom's bedroom, I guess. What a terrible place to sleep. Thankfully, he left all his money in between the cushions of his so-called bed. And we can grab it, go back, think about what we could do with the money, and realize, yeah, all I gotta say is that platform up there has a 1-up. Don't forget about it. And I think the door that takes you to it is the 4th door. Let's just check out this little block and see what you... Yep, it's a leaf. Unfortunately, the leaf is not super helpful here. Definitely not when you're in the water. But it just kind of bugs me. One thing I also learned about the Raccoon Mario and Luigi. Do not do this. Yeah, I just got bit in the ass trying to kill an enemy with the tail. It just doesn't work with the dry bones. Unlike Super Mario World, where a cake can smack the living crap out of everything. So, that's pretty much my fault at this point. But I'm just gonna kill Boom Boom before he gets a chance to do anything. Well, I guess we can show what happens when he does on the 3rd hit, but... He's dead. Luigi's happy. We can potentially have a catch-up moment here, because Luigi's not been doing well on the whole level department, which is fine. Because, I mean, it's Luigi. He'll catch up somehow. Don't worry. Now, one thing you have to know about this level, you see the Hammer Bros over there. There's one on a blue space. And there's something that this game doesn't really tell you, but you'll find out in a horrific manner. But before we do that, let's talk about me possibly failing this. Yep, looking pretty bad. We got a star with a mushroom cap, and yeah, that did not go very well at all. Now, you see that Hammer Bro right there. I learned the horrible truth what happens if you fight a Hammer Bro in the water. You have to deal with knee-deep water, or in this case, full-body water. And yeah, it's a horrific sight. You have to basically fight the current, or just fight god-awful water physics while dealing with 2 Hammer Bros. And all I can say is that it's pretty much the last thing I want to do, because even with the power-up, I got my ass totally handed to me. They just keep going back to that particular spot. They just know that I can't deal with it. So, you know what I had to do? I had to make a decision. Mario, since you don't have a star buddy, we're going to have to do this thing called P-Wing. And the P-Wing works like this. You have infinite power. I don't know why they just used a P, but infinite P just sounds wrong. Infinite power to fly forever, as long as you don't get hit. And it's only lasts for the first stage that you use it on. Any other time, you're just going to be dragging around Raccoon Mario like normal. And that's cool. I like that. I like that there's a bit of a balance, but it's also a get-out-of-jail-free card, in a sense. Thankfully, not all of these levels have to deal with water. Like, sometimes they'll give you a break from all the terrible swimming physics, but This level does have its own evils attached to it, and it's definitely more of the enemy variety here. It's not so much what's ahead of you in terms of obstacles and particular things that everyone might hate, though this Cheep is strange. Like, you saw how he just randomly turned around, but he doesn't always do that. Sometimes he just takes a moment to keep going in the direction he's usually going. But that's the only reason why you don't want to fall down there, because of that one guy just sporadically churning around and trying to bite your face off. But the main issue here is the enemies, and this one in particular, this flying Paragoomba, actually is dropping his young on us. What is with the whole, I don't know, using your young as a weapon of mass destruction? And I don't know why the hell I decided to jump into that fly trap. That was really stupid, but thankfully these enemies do not kill you or do any damage. They will actually just stunt your jump and, oh god, no. Why are you here, Lakitu? What? Did that just freaking happen? That's one thing that sucks about getting hit in this game. It's like your controller just stops responding the way you want it to. Thankfully, Mario is going to get revenge for his brother's loss. Hopefully. And you know, it's kind of refreshing going back to Super Mario Bros. 3. Back in the day where level design wasn't really all about following a particular formula or throwing a gimmick at you and making you challenging you with that gimmick over and over again until you totally understand the concept to the point of, okay, I get it, please stop, that kind of thing. Like, a lot of these levels are just short and simple, throw a couple new things at you, have a new challenge that's like, oh, what the hell is this? It's a, oh god, it's a freaking Lakitu again. The fact that this is the first time you see a Lakitu and you're like, oh, what the hell do I do with this? And not notice that it's throwing spiny eggs at you. Like, usually it just throws an egg, like a spiny, and then it's like, oh crap, I hate this thing. Now these spiny eggs bounce across the ground and add a new element that you're not familiar with. Cool stuff, I gotta say. And it's always good to come back to Super Mario Bros. 3, honestly. Luigi, can I trust you to do... Wait, Luigi, what are you thinking of doing here? Are you actually going to skimp out on another level, buddy? You need to address this whole matter of you not putting a brave face. But before we do that, let's check out where this pipe takes us, because there's something you want to see. And one of the best reasons why World 3 isn't that bad. This island here is a great mechanic. I really love how the overworld in this game just does some leaps and bounds and design where it's like, hey, we have basically dropped the canoe on the overworld. You can take it for a ride and grab whatever you need. But of course, there's a big-ass rock in the way. So, you know what? I think Luigi's going to gladly sacrifice himself and take on these Hammer Bros. But just see how much easier this fight is when it's on dry land. Like, sure, I'm threading the needle here, trying not to get hit by him or the hammer, but thankfully, not nearly as bad. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, I'm checking for items. Because sometimes when you're in a Hammer Bro fight, sometimes one of those blocks is going to have like a free mushroom or a free fire flower, which would help considering my lack of power. But before we even dive into 3-5, I think Mario should take full advantage of that Toad house up on the far left, because, I mean, he has only a star and a frog suit to his name and all these whistles that he can't frickin' use, which is unfortunate. I mean, as soon as you would get a whistle on, like, back in when you're like 8 or something, you'd be using that stuff immediately. But now we gotta talk about 3-5, and regrettably, I didn't use the frog suit here. This would be a great level to use the frog suit on, because you have new enemies to discuss, and you see this flashing little, I guess, jellyfish of an enemy? Thank you, Cheeps. Really needed that pat on the back. That is a Electro, and this enemy is invincible, and also a threat to your existence, but then we also get a Big Bertha, thankfully not trying to eat you whole, but it's spitting its young out at you, and that's kind of disturbing. What is with the fish in this game being either eating you in one gulp or spitting out its young at you? Like, what is it? What is that baby fish doing inside of Big Bertha exactly? That's my question. Is it like some sort of kangaroo fish I'm not aware of or something? But as long as you're very careful swimming around these electrified jellyfish, you should be fine. I feel like they're not too bad, but it gets worse later on, trust me. This is just a fair warning of what you're going to be dealing with in the future water-filled levels. Also, if any of you know how to get up there, please let me know, because I'm clueless. I was basically wasting all this time and health trying to get Mario from point A to point B to check out what's up there, but if you know the drill, please share, because damn, this blooper is pissing me off right now. I mean, damn it. Okay, you know what? Fine, blooper. I'm leaving, alright? Jeez. One thing I really wish they start... Oh, okay, that works. One thing I really wish they started using more was this nice buoyant platform. Like, this would be a fun... a fun concept to use in the level, but unfortunately, we're dealing with swimming in a Mario game. No one's favorite. Ever. So I'm gonna ask you all, what do you feel about World 3? Is World 3 one of your favorites? Because if it is, please tell me why. And I will gladly try to understand you, because World 3 to me is like walking into an acid bath. Speaking of acid bath, do not waste a hammer on either of these rocks for one spade panel. I mean, you've already saw what's on this island. 2 of them. Plus 2 mushroom houses. Why would you skip on that? Luigi, what are you doing, bud? Are you actually thinking about your bro here, man? I mean, you could just take all the glory for yourself. You've been having a bad day taking 4 deaths, but you never know. Luigi might be thinking about the greater good. One thing I kind of have to ask myself, can Nintendo possibly make another game with Super Mario Bros. 3's Overworld? That's a good question to ask. I mean, we do have a modern showcase of the overworld being effectively used, which was Shovel Knight. That was a good implementation of that, but I just don't see how this would work. I mean, it would just be kind of like, hey, we're doing Super Mario Bros. 3, except it's a different game. And it's like, oh, that's what Mario Maker could have been. You know, Mario Maker 2? You could have stuck with something like that, but... Well, actually, they did. It's just that it's not enough, honestly. But one last thing to discuss. I like that you can see what's at the end of this world, but this bridge... I never understood why there's a bridge leading to nothing at all. But it does tell you that bridge is active, and we will be talking more about these damn bridges in a future video, aka the next one, because this is going to be a 2-parter. I cannot stand playing 30-40 minutes of this world. So I hope you enjoyed my post-commentary review of this video, and more importantly, I hope you will enjoy the next video, as I will try to do a damn better job with that live commentary. So thanks for watching, have a great day, and stay cool, because having no air conditioning sucks. Adios.